students, welcome to the lecture series of Advanced Java. I am Shruti Yagnik. In this video lecture, we are going to study JSTL and Core Tag Library in detail. So let's start. Let us start with what is JSTL. JSTL stands for JSP Standard Tag Library. Now what are these tag libraries or tag libraries available in JSP? All the tags which are used to access a bean in a page are called JSP action tags. So what we are going to do in this video lecture is we are going to create a bean and we are going to access this bean in a JSP file. Bean is a simple Java class in which you have private members, variables or data members and public getter and setter methods. So in this lecture, we are going to create the various beans and we are going to access them in a JSP page. Now, what are the different types of action tags? They are standard JSTL custom, in which we are going to see JSTL, in which we are going to see the core function tag library. Now, what are the various core tags available in JSP? So the various core tags available are out, set, if, choose, when, otherwise, for each, for tokens, URL, redirect, param and import. We shall be using all of them in the next program that we are going to do. So let us incorporate all the various JSP core tags into our program. Let's begin the programming. Hello dear students, welcome to the programming session of Core Tag Library. Before we start with Core Tag Library, let me make one thing sure that when you are using JSTL, like JDBC, you need to import a simple library. So what you will be doing here is, in libraries, in your project, you will add library, you will move on to JSTL 1.2.1 and add it. If you do not add this library, you will not be able to use any of the JSTL tag libraries. So this is a compulsion, you need this jar file in order to implement or work with JSTL tags. Second thing is, we are going to create a simple JSP page in which we are going to access whatever files, whatever tags we want. So let us name it core tag JSTL demo. Finish. So this is my new JSP page. Now in this page I am going to access all the various tags. So what I need to do is, now I am going to use the third directive which I told you to save it for later use. So here is where you will be using it. The third directive was the tag library or taglib directive. This directive has two attributes. One is a prefix. Prefix is something with which you can call the tag. So before calling the tag, you are supposed to add a prefix. So as it is a core tag library, I am adding C as a prefix. Second is a URI. URI is the path or the URL where these tags which are of the core type are stored. So it is stored in this particular path, java.sun.com, JSP folder, JSTL folder, in which you have a core folder. In this, all your core tags are found. So this is what you are going to add here. So this is when now you can use the core tag library. Okay, now I am going to use the simple C out or a out statement. Now out tag is used to print something. So we are going to call this out by C colon. So C colon is a prefix. Let me name the tag out. Under this I am going to write value. Value I am writing high. So high is something that will be printed on the screen, but please note here if I am calling it by a prefix CI, I have to declare CI here. Okay, otherwise I won't be able to access it, but I am keeping it C as it is a core tag library, so I will keep it as C. Okay, now let me run this code. Okay, now this was a very simple code. I just had a simple print statement. What if I want to access data from a form? So this is my simple form, a pre-built form. It has a method get, an action to, let us name it core tag JSTL demo.jsp, in which I am passing a single text input with a submit button. Okay, so first when I run this code, it will be redirected here. What if I want to access that parameter here? For that, I will write cout value is equal to. Now I don't need to do that request.get parameter. Instead, I can use something called as expression language. Now expression language is something which you can use in place of a very long Java code. So instead of writing request.get parameter inside that name, what you can do is you can just do a simple $sign. This $sign stands for your request.get parameter. Okay, inside that you can just write param dot and then the name of the parameter. So this is your name parameter. So what you will write here is that name. You will end it and you will end the tag. Okay, now let us run this code and check. I will run this form. I will write hello in the name and I will submit. So I am getting hi and hello. So this is how you can take parameters via a form via the out tag. Okay. Next tag is I want to print a value which I have set. Okay. So I'm going to use the C set tag and I'm going to take a value from a box, option box. So let me keep input as select and name is equal to, let me take fruit as an example. Inside this I have option, value I can take mango and mango in between. Next option I can take as value, I can take strawberry and next one I can take as orange and grapes. Okay, so and I need a submit button, of course. So input type equals to submit. Okay, now I'll get the data here. Okay, what I want to do is now I can remove this thing, I don't need it. Okay, now I want to set a parameter, so let me write C set. Now this set is nothing but your variable where you can write or where you can store your data. So what I will do is I will set a variable, I will name it selected fruit. Okay, and here I will give it a value which has been selected from the form. So $param dot fruit. Now why I have taken this fruit I have taken because whatever option I am selecting from this is going to go into fruit. So fruit is a parameter that I am going to select. Okay, now after setting a variable I want to print the variable. So for printing, as you know, we have the cout, we have value, and if I want to print the content of any variable I am supposed to write dollar and selected fruit. Okay, so it is going to help me print my contents. Okay, now let me run the code. I am selecting orange and I am submitting. Hi orange. Okay, so this is how you can take data from different forms, and this is how you can set variables in a. We shall now move to the if statement. So see, if is your if condition you can check. So what we are going to do is we are going to test, because we are going to check for a condition, so we will test. So inside test I can write dollar if content of your selected fruit or a variable is double equals to grapes. Okay, if it is grapes, then inside my if I am going to print a statement, cout value I like grapes. Okay, this is what I am printing. So you can see here I am opening my if, here I am closing my if, and in between my if I am printing a simple C statement. Okay, cout statement. So if it is grapes, it is going to print this, or if it is dollar selected fruit double equals to strawberry, berry, then you can cout value I like strawberry. Okay, this is what I will print in this case. Let us run the code and check. I am running and I am printing grapes. Submit. Hi grapes, I like grapes. Okay, and similarly if I select strawberry, hi strawberry, I like strawberry. So this is how you can use your if condition. Next is your choose. Choose statement is like your switch case. In your switch you have different number of cases, like case 1, case 2, and you have a default case. Same applies here. You have your choose tag, in which you have when tag as cases and otherwise as your default. So in this particular tag, in your choose tag, I am going to explain choose, when, as well as otherwise tag. So let us begin. First I am writing C choose. Okay, in my choose I am going to write different cases. So I have C when. In my C when I am going to test again, because when is also a condition. So when I will test dollar selected fruit, if it is equal to grapes, if it is equal to grapes, yes, then you will have a simple print statement here. We don't have to close it. You have a simple cout value grapes is selected. Okay, and you will close it. If your this C when is not your case which you need, then we shall copy it here. Instead of grapes I will write mango, and here I will write mango is selected. If this is not the case, then I have strawberry, then I can write strawberry is selected. If this is not the case, Then I have a case of orange, and orange is selected, and if none of the cases work, then there is going to be an otherwise clause. Otherwise, inside otherwise I will write none of the required are selected. Okay, so for one fruit which is remaining, we are going to go for the otherwise option. Okay, so now when I run this code, I can see, okay, I will mango, strawberry, orange, grapes. We have written condition for all the four. So let me do one thing, let me remove for the last one, which is orange. Okay, so if we select orange, we should get the otherwise condition, right? For orange I will get the otherwise condition, whereas for grapes, mango and strawberry I should get the statements. Okay, so if I will do mango, I will get mango is selected. If I go for strawberry, I get strawberry selected. If I go for grapes, I get grapes is selected, and if I go for orange, then none of the required are selected. So this is how you can use your see choose, see when and see otherwise. We shall now move on to for each. See for each. For each works like your for loop, in which you are going to have one begin. So I want to begin from 1. You should have an end which is equal to 10. Okay, and after this begin and end, I have to store it in a variable. Let me name it I. What I am trying to do here is I want to print numbers between 1 and 10, from 1 to 10. So I'm going to start my loop from 1, I'm going to end it at 10, and I'm going to store it in a variable I. So what I'm supposed to do, I'm supposed to print this I. So I can write value dollar, that is content of I, and I can end it. Okay, let me just comment this section from here to here, so I don't have to run my whole form again and again. And let me run this file. So this is my 1 to 10. Okay, so this is how you can use your for each. Let us see the redirect and the param tag. The redirect tag is going to help you to redirect to a specific JSP page, and the param tag is helping you to pass any parameter from that page to another page. So we will be having a simple JSP page apart from this page. That is, let us take this page, new JSP.JSP. I'm going to use this page. Okay, so I'm going to redirect on this page. So you have C redirect, and redirection I'll give a URL in which I'm going to give new JSP.JSP. So I will be redirected to this page. Okay, now I want to pass a parameter to this page, so I'm going to do C param. I can give the name, that is user, and I can give a value, say admin. Okay, now when I run this code, I will be redirected to this page. So I will be here. I can access this parameter here. How will I access the parameter? By C out value is equal to dollar content of param dot and user. Okay, now let me run this code. Admin. So you can see we are being redirected to new JSP.jsp where we are taking user and admin. So here admin has been printed. This is how you can redirect to a specific URL taking different parameters. For tokens. For tokens is something which is used to separate a string. So let me first take a simple string C set variable is equal to say name and value is equal to say ABC, PQR and UVW. Suppose this is my variable. Now I want to separate this variable by this semicolon. So I should get ABC, PQR and UVW simply. I want to get them. Okay, so that is called tokens. This tokens is going to help you doing this task. So I am going to use for tokens. I am going to take a simple variable. Let me name this variable name1. Okay, in this name1 I am going to use a delimiter, that is this, and I am going to take data from this items. So I want to take data from name variable, content of name. So what I am doing in this particular statement is I am taking this ABC string which is stored in name, this content I am taking here, I am separating it by semicolon and I am storing it in name1. Okay, so if you want to print this name1 variable in which you are storing the splitted string, then you need your for loop. But this, since it's already for tokens, then you don't need a for loop. This by default works as a looping system. So what you can do here is, in between this you are supposed to print it. Cout value is equal to dollar content of name1. This is how you can print it. Let me run. Okay, ABC, PQR and UVW. Last tag that you are going to see is C import, and you have URL. Inside URL I can give new JSP.jsp page, and in my new JSP page I will give a simple print statement, cout value my new JSP.jsp page. Okay, this content will be included here. Okay, that's all for core tag library from my side. Thank you.